After exploring the Algarve coasts, Óbidos, and Porto, we headed to Lisbon to end our trip in Portugal. We returned the car to the rental company at the airport and afterwards bought our train tickets from the airport to the city center. It looks like the museums that you visit, the palaces. We are gonna pretend that we are the royal family. I'm the queen. Pastel is in the city center of Lisbon. We are very near to the famous attractions or sites, and it only costs 170 for 3 nights, with the breakfast included. We have finished checking in our hostel, and now we are about to eat our lunch. And this food place is just 1 minute or 2 minute walking distance from our hostel. I really love Portuguese foods. There are many choices of seafood, and the Portuguese are among the nations that consume more fish in the world. We are in the street where it is very famous in Instagram. You can see all the Instagrammers taking photos here, but it's actually just a street with pink road. Yeah. On our first day in Lisbon, as usual, we explored the city by foot. In this way, we can reach the narrow streets. So far, all of the cities and towns that we have visited here in Portugal are clean. But I'm sorry to say this, Lisbon is the exception. Just for example, this beautiful azulejo design on the wall of a building, but it's unkept, it's uncleaned, and you can find a lot of graffitis on the wall. I'm not also against graffiti, because there are some graffitis that are really artistic, but I don't think I would like to see this on my wall. I don't like buying things when I'm traveling. I only buy fridge magnets and bells for my mom. I love you, Mom and Dad. But my disappointment didn't last long because, like another city, it is very unique and has its own characteristics. Lisbon is very charismatic that didn't fail to impress me, just like the other places of Portugal that we have already seen. My love, I'm going to put my footprint on the ground. To explore the beautiful neighborhood here in Alfama, the only area in the city that survived the earthquake that happened in 1755 that destroyed the majority of the city. So excited.
Come on. So this is 70% white beans, those beans right there. And I know this is kind of strange, but this is a dessert. So this is candy. It's a traditional recipe from here, from Portugal. But that one, it's kind of different because the traditional one, it's kind of small and in the circle shape. Yes. And that one, it's kind of different. That one you can find here. Oh. And what is a good price for us?
We just found this by accident. We were looking at the painting outside, and then he searched the name of the store. Pastel de Feijao.
Yes.
The top is crunchy. So good. This is the National Pantheon, where some of the most important people of Portugal are buried. but they are closed. The ticket price going inside is only €5. Almost all of the sites were already closed because of the spread of the new coronavirus. We managed to appreciate their architecture's exterior, while we were making sure that we kept our distance from the others, disinfected our hands frequently, and avoided to touch things in public as much as possible. The city was very quiet and calm because there weren't too many tourists. I don't like the flowers.
Let's do this for decoration. Come on. Stop like.
Okay, who wants first?
You.
Checkmate.
Why do I have to be the king? You can kill me already.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
Stupid
This is our hostel, and they have so many plants. They have more plants, and they have cool plants. This design on the wall. I love how they designed it. Today we are supposed to visit many sites, but everything is closed, so we are just walking the streets and visiting the sites from outside.
Okay.
Miradouro Santa Luzia is a very romantic terrace with a stunning view of the houses, churches, and the Tagus River. This is a beautiful azulejo that depicts Comercio Square before the earthquake. The 1755 Lisbon earthquake, also known as the Great Lisbon Earthquake, in combination with subsequent fires and a tsunami, almost totally destroyed Lisbon. It is considered as one of the deadliest earthquakes in history. Chano is buying the ticket. It looks like the San Francisco Bridge. Castelo de São Jorge is a historic castle that stands majestically above Lisbon. The castle was founded by the Romans in 200 BC.
That's a peacock.
Ostrich?
It's a peacock.
Ostrich!
It's a peacock. I had them at home.
Castelo de São Jorge was completely destroyed during the 1755 Lisbon earthquake. It was so unimportant at the time that it was not rebuilt. But the Great Restoration happened between 1938 to 1944.
We have finished visiting the castle of St. George, and now we are gonna have our lunch. Come on.
We are now going to eat our lunch in a traditional restaurant here in Alfama. We have asked a menu of tapas. This is some kind of cheese with honey, a glass of beer, a cup of red wine. The cheese is just mild, not the very strong cheese. As we continued to explore the city of Lisbon, I was more and more captivated by the vibrance of the city. It effortlessly blended traditional heritage with striking modernism. The weather in Portugal had been amazing all throughout our trip. Perched upon a hillside in the Graca neighborhood, Miradouro da Senhora do Monte, or Our Lady of the Hill, looks out over Lisbon and is the city's highest lookout point. Elevador de Santa Justa is 45 meters high and connects La Baixa with the Chiado neighborhood. It is one of Lisbon's must-see tourist attractions, and again, it was closed. Another reason to come back in Portugal in the future. Most famous library here in Lisbon.
Who is that man?
Yeah.
L'air de Vagar Library is a bookshop of both new and second-hand books, library, a gallery, music shop, a restaurant, a cake shop, and a bar.
This was an old factory before.
Oh, this whole street?
This whole place was an old factory.
LX Factory is a historical industrial complex that houses a wide variety of artistic spaces and unique restaurants.
I am so hungry. We are in Belém neighborhood and we are about to eat our lunch. They serve really good foods. If you're going to come here in Belém, here in Lisboa, avoid tourist traps and just come and eat here. This is shrimp omelette and some kind of local fish. And it's grilled. I'm so excited to eat. As the shrimp,
the texture actually is like our Filipino leche flan, but it is less sweet. Now I just want to sing fado. Because the Pastéis de Belém is closed, we went back to the restaurant where we ate our lunch before. We asked them, where else can we get the Pastéis de Belém? And they told us that that store is the only shop that sells the Pastéis de Belém. In other parts of Portugal, or even in the whole world, you can only find pastéis de nata, but they are not the same. They look like twins. They look similar, but the taste, according to the locals, will never be the same. The pastéis de Belém look like this, but they said it's not the same. Before, Chano asked me if I want to come back to Lisbon, and I said no. But now that the Pastéis de Belém is closed, I really want to come back and taste that dessert. It's like our local bibingka in the Philippines.
Bibingka.
We call it bibingka, but this one is smoother inside. I will let you taste it when you visit again the Philippines.
Okay.
Do you want? No.
I can eat your cheeks.
We were supposed to visit this monastery, and Chano said this is one of the most beautiful monasteries in the world, but they are closed. So we will come back here again in the future to visit this and also to taste the local pastry. That's the most important. Mosteiro dos Jeronimos is located in the Belém neighborhood. The construction began in 1501 and lasted for 100 years. It is declared as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Padrao dos Descobrimentos celebrates the 15th and 16th century Portuguese explorers and visionaries, who established Portugal as the most powerful seafaring nation of the era. Yamar!
Let's see if it's gonna stay like this. It's gonna be unbelievable.
The Torre de Belém stands on the banks of the Tagus and is declared a World Heritage Site. It was built as a fortress in 16th century to protect the entrance to the port through the Tagus. It's 360 of sky amazingness. That's my husband going crazy. He's always happy when the sky is beautiful. It's one of the most amazing sunsets I've ever seen. It's already nighttime and I'm still waiting for my husband to finish his blue hour photos. He had golden hour and now he's taking blue hour photos. We had so much fun in Portugal. We will definitely come back in this beautiful country. Obrigado, Portugal. But this is not the end of our Portugal trip. On my next vlog, I will show you one of the loveliest towns in Portugal. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep exploring, rain or shine.